Back to my channel. So today I thought I would do a little bit something different. I'm going to make a journal out of a cornflakes box, and I'll take you along, and then we'll see how it will turn out. I did have a thicker box of cornflakes, but I think I'm gonna go with the smaller one because my plan is kind of to turn this into a more like a vintage art journal. So, and I didn't want to make it too very big and fat, so I think the smaller box of cornflakes I think will do. This is a 340 G box. So yeah, we'll take you along, and then we'll see how it will go and how it will turn out. I'm kind of curious myself how this will turn out. I have seen a few different videos on making a journal out of a cereal box, but I have not yet done it myself, so this will be my first time trying it, and I'll take you along and we'll see how that will turn out. Hopefully it won't be a flop what I'm doing. Hopefully it will turn out. And if it does turn out to be a flop, then that's okay. Then at least I've learned something from it, right? So I think I'm gonna, could I use these for something? No, I think I'm gonna cut all these outside flaps off. And then we will see what I can come up with. How is your day going? Mine is going very well. It's a beautiful sunny day today. I ended up cleaning the house in the morning and working with my plants, moving my plants around, and I discovered a beautiful plant that I got from my mom's house after she passed away, and it was up on my cupboard and I didn't even realize that it was blooming, and it's just absolutely beautiful. So I moved it into the sunshine where it should be, and also at eye level where I can enjoy it a little bit more. And it just makes me feel so special that I have that from my mom to remember her by. Maybe I'll do a quick pause and just show it to you quickly. Just walk over to my dining room here. I put it in the sunshine so that it can get a lot of nice sun. And look at it. Look how beautiful it's blooming. And it reminds me so much of my mom because she really loved the little flowers. And pink, purple. She just absolutely loved it. And this is a plant I got from her house. And all I did was I transplanted it into a bigger pot when I got it from her house. And it's just looking absolutely gorgeous. It's getting a little bit more blooms. Just thought I had to share that with you. I am for sure the crazy plant lady. I have so many plants and I just absolutely love plants. Maybe in the future I'll do like a kind of like a tour of all my different house plants that I have. But if I do end up doing that, it will be on my home channel. It's linked down below if you want to follow me on my new home channel. Okay, now back to our journal here that I want to make. And you know, this is too big for my cutting machine to cut my edges straight. So I'm just going to have to eyeball it and do the best I can with my scissor to make sure that the sides are all nice and straight. Okay, there. I did the best that I could to cut it nice and straight with the scissors. And so we are going to start decorating the outside of it. I don't know, should I cut it maybe a little bit shorter, or I'm not sure. I think actually, you know, I wouldn't mind maybe cutting it so that my 12 by 12 papers would fit in here when I start adding things to it. I'm just gonna kind of measure it off with one of my papers here, just to see if I do want to add a paper like this, you know, that I can actually fit it in here without having to trim it then yet. It would make more sense if I trimmed it now, I think. So I think I'm gonna make it 12 inches going up. That way later if I fold some of these papers to put in there, then I know that this isn't going to be too long. I think that would make the most sense. At least it makes the most sense right at the moment, but whether that will make sense later on, if I'll be sorry that I cut it, I'm not sure. Hopefully not. I should just measure my 12 inches here as well, just to make sure that I get it nice and straight. Today is a Friday that I am recording this. And how are you all doing? And what are your plans for the weekend? I've just been really enjoying today. Besides a very bad lingering headache, I have been really enjoying today. You know, the beautiful warm sun coming through my south-facing windows. Just enjoying that warmth. It's just been so lovely. And my husband is home. He's working out in the garage and doing his thing, and I'm inside doing mine. It's just a beautiful day right now. It's in the afternoon already. I had my cup of coffee for the afternoon already. And so I thought I would take and I could do other things. Yeah, I was going to go through my closet and go through all my clothes, but my heart wasn't into it. And I thought, my heart is into this. I've been wanting to do this for a while already. So, and this is just what I was in the mood for. So I thought I would do that. My closet can always wait, right? And I think I got it. I think I got it pretty straight. And if not, you know, it's not picky. I don't think. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Do you know what? I'm actually going to decide to make it 10 inches so that it isn't quite as long and tall. I think I will be able to add my different signatures better if it isn't quite as tall. I think that would work better for me. And I think to manage to get a straight line so that I will cut it even, I will mark it with my ruler. Okay. Too bad I can't fit this into my trimmer. Oh, that's okay. Like I said earlier, it does not have to be perfect, right? As long as you are enjoying it. That is all that matters when you make a project, right? That's what I think. That's my motto anyways. It does not have to be perfect because I am for sure not a perfect person. So yeah, that's better. It's not quite as tall, and I'll be able to add signatures in here better this way, I think. Okay, I'm gonna get ready now to decorate it, and I think my plan kind of is to just use all kinds of old stuff for making this vintage journal, but who knows where it will end up as. But you know what? I just thought of it. I wish I would have left one flap on here so that I can use this as a closure. You know what I mean? If it would be on here, I could use that as a closure. I might be able to fix that with tape, actually. I think that is what I'm gonna do, because I don't remember which video or where I watched it. I think they used that flap as a closure, and I think that would actually be an excellent idea. I just wish I would have thought of it earlier before I decided to cut it off. But I think I can fix that. I have an idea. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I am going to tape it. Because I'm decorating the cover anyway, you won't be able to see where I put the tape regardless, because I am planning on using old books and tear out pages or pieces and glue them on my cover to cover it completely. So I think I am going to just use masking tape. I think it will work. I hope it will work. Let's see if I can figure this out. Maybe I should use wider tape, but I think this is all I have for now. Okay, let's see here. Bear with me as I'm struggling to do this. Now, I don't know if it will work out the way I have it planned, but if it does, I think it will be a really good idea. If not, if it doesn't work out what I have planned, you know what, that's okay. I can just take it back off, right? Okay. Okay. Let's see here. So I need to be able to bend this easily. And I think that will work. See, and then I can use this flap as a closure. I think that should work, but I am not sure. I'm hoping that will work. Depends how fat I will make this, because once I have all my added stuff, you know, if it doesn't work later on, then I'm just gonna take this back off. Okay, so I have a bunch of old books. I have here, let me just zoom you out a little bit further. I have an old Webster's dictionary. I like to collect old books at the thrift stores for things like this. So I have an old Webster's dictionary. I've got an older songbook, and I also have a Poems That Touch the Heart book. This would actually be good to decorate the inside later on as well, because I kind of want this to be vintage, floral, nature sort of book, if that makes sense, with some birds and flowers and lots of vintage things. And these little pieces, they were in here like this when I purchased this book from the thrift store, so they're looking pretty old and yellow. They will be pretty cool to use on this that I'm planning. Yeah, just random old books that I have just grabbed at the thrift store, and I will use parts of them for in a songbook again here for decorating my cover. So, and I'm planning on just gluing it. I hope that will be good enough. So I am just planning on, you know, ripping random pieces out. And I know it's kind of sad to rip a book apart, I know. But I am putting it to good use. This rips so easily that it's almost just falling apart on its own. And that's how old it is, I guess. Like, it just tears so easily. It's kind of neat, actually. So, okay, so I think I'm just going to use my extreme glue stick so that it will stick nicely. And then we will just start gluing things down and see how it goes. Just kind of in random places, just start gluing. And then later on, whatever is sticking over somewhere, I can always just go and cut that off, right? Yeah, I think that is what we're going to go with. So, I think I got this idea from what I remember from Marimy's Small Art. I think I've watched so many different YouTube videos that I don't remember what I saw on whose channel. But I think that's where I got this idea from. Okay, so I decided to use dictionary pages to cover this up so it would go quicker. And then now I've got some old music notes that I have ripped up over here, as well as some pages from an old Little Women's book. It's very yellowed, very aged, but I thought that would be kind of cool to put some of these papers in here as well. So some ripped some pages apart and kind of glue them all over the place. I think that will give it a neat little texture. And then later on I will also decorate it, I think, a little bit more yet, maybe with some flowers and so on and so forth. Sorry, I had to pause you there for a while. My husband came in and was talking to me, so, and he's like, "Oh, are you recording? Oh, I'm sorry." So I had to just backtrack here a little bit, and that is okay. I don't know, I don't like talking and recording when I know that there's somebody listening to me here at home. I don't know, are you the same? Do you like to have your privacy or to yourself when you are doing your recording? I feel that I can think better that way. Oh, the paper is sticking to my fingers. It's so old and so thin, I find. I hope it's going to work out this way, what my plans are. And I think it's going to look really nice when I am completely finished. And I hope it will turn out like I have envisioned. I actually really love using the this old Little Woman's book here. Beth finds the palace beautiful, and then I have Joe's journal. I think that's actually pretty cool to incorporate these pages into the journal. I had to pause in between again and go drive my husband quickly to go pick up the truck from the shop. So that's life, right? You go with the flow. And that is the best way to go through life from my experience, is you go with the flow. Don't tell yourself you're going to do this and this and this, and then that doesn't happen, and then you're disappointed that it didn't happen. Just tell yourself to go with the flow. Whatever happens that day is what happens, and what you get done is what you get done. I find that I am the most relaxed when I have that attitude of just going with the flow. Leaving everything in God's hands and go with the flow in everything. It just, somehow life just works out best when you do that. I think I've got enough on this side. And then I gotta flip it over and I gotta do this side yet. And I think I'm gonna start off with the, oh, sorry about that. I gotta start off with the bigger pages like I did on this side. And then I'm going to add the smaller ones. And maybe I will just fast forward you here while I do that. Okay, I think I am done with gluing all the paper in there. I've done both sides. And I had to, when I was starting to fold it, I noticed the paper is kind of cracking and letting loose. But I think it is because it's old paper. So I'm going to Yeah, it's looking really good so far. See, it's letting loose over there. So what I think I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna put washi tape right around the edges everywhere, and then maybe in between, just to strengthen it and to close it up where it's all letting go, and then maybe reglue it a little bit again. But that is fine. But I am loving it so far. I think that's gonna look very vintage. I'm gonna get my washi tapes out and see what I all have. Oh, I found a sorry, I have to keep clearing my throat here. But so I found a few different ones that I really like. Could probably even add a few other ones maybe, but I'm gonna start off with these, and I'm going to just take and to find a start on these is always a bit of a problem, I find. So what I was thinking is I would maybe go around a few times in different areas with different washi tape. I think that is what Marta did on her video, and I think that would look really cool. Make it more vintage looking, really. Yeah, I like that. I really like that. And then I have some black and white here. Not quite as vintage looking. I'm just gonna find a good start here. My goodness, that took me a while to get a good start here. Oh, and it's ripping again. See? You know what? I'm just gonna use this for decorating then, because it just keeps ripping, and then I'll use a different tape for over here. Okay, I found a different roll. Hopefully this one will work better. And this one looks very vintage. It will look very nice on here. Some of this washi tape I got at different places. I'm not quite sure where this one came from, but I like it very much. It's definitely very vintage looking. Okay, so I got that. And then I think I will do one more time right here where it folds over for the closure later. So just to make it stronger. Okay, and then I was thinking of going with this around all the edges yet. If you're hearing that loud noise, it is my husband just came home with the semi, so you might be hearing that on the video. I'm not sure. Okay, so then I'm gonna go around. I think I'm gonna choose this one for going around because it's nice and wide. I'll go over it like this on the edges and go right around with it, and then I'm going to sew it, I think, as well. Hopefully that won't destroy it, the fragile paper. That was a new washi. That's why I was struggling with it to get it opened. Now I think this will reinforce the all the edges going right around. Oh, and then it breaks already. That was not good. Okay, I'll have to make another fresh start again. Why are they ripping so easily? I won't waste that. I'll just tape that right on there. Okay, I got another start going here. Let's see if I will have more luck this time. I should probably do this off camera. Maybe I would have more luck then. Do you all struggle with your washi tape too, that it keeps wanting to rip all the time? I don't know. I seem to always have issues with it. Okay. Alright. Off the one side now. And I think I'll just cut it over here. Okay, I'll flip it around and do the other side and just kind of pull it over like this, and that will make the edges stronger and hold everything more together, I think. And it gives it an extra nice look, I think. I like that. So I will do all the edges and then I will get back to you. Okay, I'm on my last side, but I thought of it that I should maybe show you a little bit more in detail how I do my corners so that they don't all just bulge up over here. So what I do is I just make a cut right along here, just till the corner of the what will be the book page, just till there. And then I just take and this flap over here, I just tape that over, and then I'll do the other corner first as well. You know, sometimes I forget that I'm not in focus or underneath the camera, and then I realize, wait a minute, so then you just flip that underneath and tape it, and then you flip the whole thing over. And it started sticking on me here. And then you just fold the whole thing over, and then to the edge here, and on this piece that you had left over, you just fold it over and you do it on the opposite side. And that will also make the corners of this book stronger. And there you go, all finished, and I like the look of it very much. Here, let me zoom you out here a little bit. I think it turned out really nice. Okay, so this is the closure that will bend over later on, where the closure will be. So it was a little bit hard to bend it over, but I think it's going to work out. And I'm just gonna maybe do a little bit of washi taping here at these corners yet as well, just to keep these papers in place. And then, oh, sorry about that, I hit my light here. And then I'm going to take and sew right around it. I think that will look very nice. Was an extra piece of washi, just stick it on there. Yeah, I think that is good. What do you think? I think that turned out nice. And so yeah, I'll just do this, the edges over here yet where the book folds over, and then I will take and sew it. Okay, so I got the sewing done. I think it's looking very lovely. It gives it an extra, I don't know, antique look, I think, or vintage look. And I sewed along here as well, but I'm wondering if I'm going to have to do something on this side to make this not want to all come off, all those vintage pages. Maybe my glue wasn't good enough. See, that's what I mean. I might have to reinforce that. But other than that, I think it is looking really good. And I think I'm going to put 3 signatures in here. And so if I measure it correctly, I did this in advance already. That's 6 inches. And then I marked with a pen exactly, so 1.5, 3, and 4.5 is where I marked it on each end. And then I am going to punch out a hole on all 3 of them for my signatures later on. Okay, I hope it's not going to make the holes too big. Okay, yeah, that worked. Hopefully those holes will not be too big. I don't know if they should have been smaller, or if they will be. I think it will work. Okay, there you go. I don't know. I do have another puncher, but I don't know. I'm not sure if it makes smaller holes. I'll check. I'm just gonna practice on this paper because I did one there. Oh, it does make smaller holes, quite a bit smaller holes. Ooh, maybe I should have done the one with the smaller holes. Well, hopefully I didn't ruin it. I'm just gonna keep going, I guess, with the same puncher. I should have practiced that on a paper a little bit more before I decided to do that. But hopefully it will be okay if the holes are a little bit bigger. I guess that just means that they could rip a little bit easier. I don't know, but I love it that the daylight is getting to be later and later all the time. It is now nearly 5 o'clock, supper time basically, and we still have quite a bit of daylight left. I absolutely love that. Okay, so I really hope I didn't make a mistake by punching the bigger holes. I guess we'll wait and see, but I should have used the smaller one. Note to self for next time, right? Okay, so now I have to figure out how to put my string in. That's something I always struggle with a little bit. I think I have to start from the inside going out, I believe, right? I think so. I have to start over there and then come back over here, I believe. We'll figure this out together. And then I need to pull it all the way through across and go in and then back out. There, like that. I don't know how much extra space I need to, or how much extra thread I need to give myself here. You know, I'm going to give myself quite a bit extra. You know, if I waste a bit, then I can always use that string somewhere else later on, right? I'm trying to create a band here so that later on I can just stick the signatures in here so that I can change them if I need to change them. But you know, I should have done 4 signatures, I think, so that I have 2 and 2. So I have 4 holes on each end so that I can do it the same on this side. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to figure that out. Like I said, I'm not very good at it. This is actually the first time I'm doing this. So I'm learning, and I probably will make mistakes, I'm sure. And that's okay. That is quite alright if we make mistakes. Don't be sorry about it. That's how we learn, is by making mistakes, right? Okay, so I am just going to try and tie it about in the middle. I think that will be all right, because you gotta, not sure how much room you need to give yourself in between here for your signatures, but I will leave it as it is and see how that will work. I'll just leave these strings on there for now, and then I'm just going to go over here. I'll just use the middle hole again to go through, because I did not do 4. Maybe I should have done 4 signatures, but you know, I thought maybe 4 signatures would be too much. My first journal that I created, I did too many signatures and it got too full. I couldn't even close it, so I did not want to make that same mistake again. So yeah, that's okay. I'm happy with the 3 signatures that I'm doing, and I think this will work out just fine. Okay, there. I think that will be all right. I'll just cut the extra off, I guess, and so I can just pull them through here, the signatures later on. Oh, I hope I did this right. Yes, I did this right. Yeah, this is good. Good. I like it so far. My goodness, there's something about making something from scratch that you did yourself. It's just so fun and it's so satisfying. Okay, so now I want to punch in one here as well for the closure for later on. I'm just going to do approximate in the middle. I don't know, I don't think I have to take and measure. I think that's about in the middle. What do you think? I think that's, so maybe that's too far up actually. Okay, about like so should be okay, I think. Okay, I am struggling with that. Okay, so this will be the outside, so I'm going to put a little copper, what do you call these, eyelids or what? I think that's what you call them. I thought I would put like a copper colored one in here. It would match the antique or vintage look the most. Okay, that looks quite nice, I think. So then later on I can use either just a regular string if I want to, or I could do a ribbon for around, like a belly band for a closure, but I quite like it. So I don't know yet if I will decorate a little bit more on the outside yet. I'm not sure. I haven't quite decided, but for now this will be the end of the video, and I quite like how it is looking so far. And then in my next video we will add the signatures and maybe decorate a little bit more if I so choose to. Then it's getting a little bit dark already now and my light is not as good already, but I am quite happy with how this turned out, and I think we'll leave it at that for now, and we'll see you in the next video when I do the signatures in there. I hope you will all have a great day, and See you next time. Bye bye.